Brahmas did what they do best in the Robertson Cup postseason, and that's winning games in overtime. Drake Glover was the overtime hero as the Brahmas battled back from a third-period deficit and got their fifth straight postseason win in overtime fashion.
It was a perfect, well-drawn face-off play. I won it back to Stoley. Stoley made a nice bump to Kamer. Kamer had me or Kessel up the ice, and he threw up to Kess. Kess won a battle. I just picked it up, and it was funny because the shift before I tried to make a move through the defenseman, and Al told me just kind of use the D as a screen, so I did that this time, and it wound up working out. So I think it was a huge win. Not the start that we wanted. I think the first half we kind of got outplayed, but I think we just kind of rallied around as a team here, and just the second half was kind of playing more Brahmas hockey, which was great. So it was a huge win, huge to get that first one, and hopefully we can have a better start tomorrow.
Deep down, we're freaking out a little too, obviously, but I think when we go down, it's just the mentality not to quit, do it together, and we didn't learn that. It wasn't just a snap of the finger, you know. We 60-game regular season to learn how to come back and do it as a group instead of individuals. And then in overtime, obviously we had a great regular season overtime record, and I think that is contributed to mentality, and we practiced it a lot, and the 3-on-3, and obviously you don't have that in playoffs, but I think the mentality kind of carried over, and overtime we like to think is ours. So yeah, obviously we get the job done, and it's a big one, but we're focused on tomorrow.
The Brahmas obviously played Janesville for the first time this season, and there was a little bit of a learning curve to figure out their style of play, but Brahmas say they'll be ready to go for Game 2 on Friday night.
Yeah, they're a north-south team for sure. They move the puck well, they find their teammates well. Our game plan was just trying to kind of try and slow them down, you know. We're a fast team too. We're a skilled team too. We find our teammates well, better than anyone, I'd say. But our game plan was to just slow them down and focus on what we do well, and kind of struggled out of the gate, slowing them down a little bit. I think they peppered us a bit, and able to go into the room, up a goal. You know, you need bounces for sure. And then they got the two quick ones in the second period, and it was kind of a battle back from there. It goes back to the mentality that we talked about earlier.
With the Game 1 win, the Brahmas are now officially 2 wins away from its first ever Robertson Cup.
We're happy with this win, but I mean, we know we still got one more to go before we get to the final. So we're going to enjoy it tonight, but then we'll get back to business tomorrow. I think it's just kind of playing more simple, not trying to do too much with the puck, just especially at the blue lines. Get pucks out and get pucks deep. And our changes got to be better. We got scored off a change, so we got to clean that up. But I think in the third period overtime, we controlled the play. I thought the third period was great. We had 15 shots or something, which is how we normally play. So I think we just got to kind of look at that third period, play like that, and kind of look at the first and second. Just kind of learn from our mistakes and go from there.
Drake Glover gets the game-winning goal in overtime for the second time this postseason. But now the Brahmas have an opportunity to win the series on Friday night. Brahmas and Jets for Game 2 in the best-of-3 will drop the puck at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time right here from the Essentia Health Duluth Heritage Sports Center. Hope to see you on HockeyTV.com. I'm Nick Merrick signing off from Duluth.